know me. My name is Oliver Cohen, the Attorney General for these United States. Today, I'm bringing forth a directive brought on to me by President Donald Trump and his administration due to policy negotiations and the restructuring of the government. The president has seen fit to move the Department of Homeland Security under the Department of Justice. Now, with me today, I have the appointed directors, Director Nelson and Deputy Director Bentley here today. Uh, without further ado, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Deputy Nelson or Director Nelson.
Thank you for being here today. It's both an honor and a privilege to address you about one of the most important agencies in the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. It's Immigration and Customs Enforcement, commonly known as ICE. ICE will play a crucial role within safeguarding the nation's border and protecting its citizens as an agency of encompassing both enforcement of immigration laws as well as tackling local criminal activities like human trafficking and narcotics smuggling. We will also be ensuring the integrity of our country's national security as well as gathering today, and it's essential to remember the complexities of the mission of ICE. I hand it off to my deputy, Dr. Adam, to explain more of our recruitment as well as other subdivisions that we plan to bring in the future.
My name is Director Frank Jimmy, Director of ICE. Uh, I will kind of be overseeing the operations. My director here, Leroy, will be kind of overseeing the administrative side. So you can apply through the link that's going to be posted now into the stage chat. The way that applications will work is that applications will be opened for a period of time. Within that period of time, you can fill out an application and submit it. There are requirements to this. We prefer people who have 3 weeks of law enforcement experience. Although if you do not, it's okay. We're looking for applicants who are fluent in English and can read and write and understand English. We also look for applicants who are fluent in other languages. That is actually brownie points. Um, the way we will be doing this is we'll look at applications around the end of 2 week of application wave. So if the application is open today, typically it might end within 2 weeks. Understand that if you are involved in criminal factions, you will be looked upon less. Obviously, if you have a felony charge on your cat character or a charge of domestic violence, that is an automatic disqualifier. The typical application review time is going to be about a week. You should get your results within a week. If you don't, uh, please understand that your application may have been denied. If you have any questions about it, you can make a ticket. With that, I'm going to be posting the application link in the stage chat now. Feel free to submit your application.
All right, thank you, Deputy Director. Uh, Before we wrap up, I do want to address a couple of more things that are coming up in the future. Obviously, this launch is taking place inside of our new headquarters building. This will be the press release room. I hope to have all major incidents and all major releases being taking place in here. As of now, this building is not completely released. We are working on a release date for the headquarters to release. The public will be notified of things to come. As I have nothing more to present to you all, I'm free to open the floor up to any questions that you may have. If you have any questions, simply raise your hand and I'll do my best to answer them. Quickly ring. You can't raise your hands? Okay, well then just ping me in the chat if you wish to ask a question. I'm gonna start here with
Hello.
hello.
So how's this working? Can you be in both departments, or could you only be in one?
As it stands now, because I want people to be more focused and dedicated in the new department, I am going to limit it to just one federal agency at a time. This means that you will likely have to pick between U.S. Marshals and ICE. I may open it up to other departments to become more jointly involved with that, but as of now, it'll be two separate, and you can only be in one.
Just to add
That's
on to that real fast, as of right now, just because I understand there's a shortage of employees between obviously now ICE has just opened up and as well as USMS. We are going to be limiting transfers. No transfers are going to be available between federal agencies. Obviously, you're not allowed to transfer between local law enforcement as well. So as of right now, there is no transferring into ICE or out of USMS into ICE, as I understand.
So you know how ICE likes to profile people?
Well, I don't believe that is what they have been doing as of late.
We operate with the confines of the law. I understand that you believe a majority of the population that is being deported is Mexican, but you have to understand that there's other countries involved as well. So yeah, we're not profiling anyone. We're just going to be following the law.
And in regards to those accusations of infidelity and or profiling, while the ICE does make stops to investigate people based on immigration status, those who have been deported have either been in this country illegally without proper documentation, or were had either their temporary visas or other entry permits revoked due to various different reasons through the court system. As always, the ICE, Department of Homeland Security, the DOJ, and ICE is attempting to always make sure that we are operating to both within the confines of the law and for the safety of the citizens. So,
All right, thank you.
yeah, some more questions. Go ahead.
All right. Hello. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Hudson Phillips, Director of Phillips Security Solutions, operating in the Miami-Dade area. My only question is, will the opening of these departments affect or will be needing to change the operations of PSS in regards to cooperating with ICE and U.S. Marshals?
As always, while not lawfully required, as always, you are free to do whatever you want. Federal law enforcement obviously is highly interested in working with both local law enforcement and the community in general in terms of security. In terms of altering the cooperation, we're always more than welcome to accept any assistance provided by the community. But we will not be directly attempting to mess with any major community functions, given that individuals within businesses such as your security agency are all in the country lawfully. The only times that I believe that we would be directly impeding the work of businesses such as your own is if one of your employees was obviously not a United States citizen and was in the country illegally.
Understood. And as
Just to add on
And as for catching and as for the circumstance, if we ever happen to detain possible felons and or people entering the country illegally, that would be directed towards DOJ or specifically ICE and U.S. Marshals.
Well, I just want to answer this one. So,
Go ahead.
with regards to detaining individuals who are illegally in the country, I understand that some local businesses may want to help with that. Depending on the state and local regulations, I'm not quite fluent in the Florida. I'm just kind of fluent on the federal level, but
Yes.
depending on the state and local regulations, I mean, you can do what's in the confines of the law, but just please don't put yourself in danger or break the law trying to help, because then you create another issue for us. But with
Okay.
regards to the business standpoint, ICE is possibly going to be looking for private detention centers to hold these immigrants or criminals until their deportation. So, with regards to that, from in the foreseeable future, we could be working together. I just don't have an answer for you at this time.
Understood. Okay, thank you. I believe that's all for my questions. Thank you for your time.
So to start off, how would ICE coordinate with other federal and local law enforcement agencies?
Well, in regard to that, on the federal level, I imagine that marshals will be just simply inform ICE of any incidents that take place on their scenes or within their jurisdictions that may involve undocumented peoples or aliens in with like that. In terms with local working on the local law enforcement level, I'll be reaching out to department leaders shortly following this release, just informing them of that and asking for their cooperation in terms of reporting any suspected, undocumented immigrants or anybody who might be here illegally that comes into their jurisdiction. Um, with regards to that, always local law enforcement is asked to assist with that by reporting these incidents, so the ICE and possibly even U.S. Marshals could take care of that.
Okay, another one as well. What steps does ICE take to ensure compliance with immigration laws while respecting their human rights?
Well, as always, we are obviously doing checks in terms of running license plates, checking out people's through possibly even probable cause stops, just to ask simply about their immigration status and questioning about that. Obviously, if you are either a United States citizen or within the country legally, you should have documentation that is able to prove that. Simply check your documentation. If you are who you say you are, they'll simply let you go and everything like that. Obviously, these stops would be based upon probable cause and not, stop and frisks, simply just based on our investigation. In the field, I imagine ICE will possibly be doing road checks in terms of running different things through the DMV, finding items such as that immigrants would not be able to obtain, such as driver's licenses, vehicle registrations, and insurances, and everything like that. And that goes back to working with local law enforcement, possibly even calling in FHP if we make a stop where, while the person is legal, they do have several traffic violations or other violations, to have them come in and deal with that while we deal with that.
And just to go to coordinating with local law enforcement in the future, we do plan on launching a program called the 287G program, which is a program that will allow the delegation of specified immigration duties to state and local law enforcement. So, in real life, the 287G program allows currently in Florida, the sheriff's office to detain and arrest illegal immigrants that are in their custody for immigration laws until ICE gets there. We plan on doing something similar to that in this game, um, and yeah, that's how we'll be coordinating, and as well as with other things such as immigration detainers, as well as assistance when needed with possibly obtaining a fugitive or helping capture a fugitive.
What programs would be in place to support immigrants who want to adjust their status legally?
So as of right now, the program for immigrants who want to adjust their status to legal status, they would just kind of be able to do that depending on the severity. So I mean, obviously we're limited. We're in ERLC, so if someone is not in CAD, for example, and they want to get in the CAD, they'll be assisted to do so. Although if they do not want to get in CAD, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. They will be kicked from the game, and it will be documented. In the future, we plan on kind of overseeing the visas and other documents within the CAD once we expand more. Does that answer your question?
Yes. And final one. How would ICE work with customs and border protection to prevent illegal activities?
So as of right now, there is no customs and border protection. Um, uh, so I mean, I can't really answer your question.
In regards to kind of that, with we'll have to see what happens in terms of the upcoming ERLC summer update. If there should be a time where enforcing a border does kind of make sense, I imagine that we'll start that up, and that will likely be working with somebody with the resources to assist us with that, possibly FHP or FWC. We'll have to see how that all shakes out. As of now, while yes, border operations are obviously active in Florida, in terms of directly relating that to the game, it's ultimately not something that we can work with right now.
Yeah.
So with that, if there's no further questions, I'm going to kind of leave it there. There will be more updates in the future, both from ICE and the DOJ. Obviously, we have some upcoming releases, including our new headquarters, which will be upcoming to be released at a later date and everything like that. You can expect more communications from the Office of the Attorney General. And you will receive more information just from the offices of the respective departments. I would like to thank everybody for showing up here today, including the Vice President and the directors of ICE. I look forward to seeing you all in the future.